So overall markets ended flat today, but there are some really big companies that unfortunately didn't perform too well even after beating expectations. So I'm going to be breaking down a couple different things in this video. I hope that I earned your thumbs up. And if so, please consider subscribing as well. And I do want to remind you tomorrow, right at market open, which is at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, I'm going to be hosting a free live trading session, which means that it's normally exclusive to our LPP team. This will give you a free and inside look behind every trade I take during that live session. So if you've never watched anyone buy a stock, sell a stock, share their thought process before even taking the trade, then I would really love to encourage you that if you find that you have time to wake up at market open, I would love to see you here on this YouTube channel. It's going to be free. All you literally need to do is drop a thumbs up on this video, get it over 1,000 likes, and make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications because YouTube will not notify you once I go live. But again, just wanted to make sure that you are aware of that, and feel free to invite any friends or family members that have been wanting to get into the market. So let me go ahead and start sharing my screen. Very unfortunate news. Walmart, although beating expectations when it comes down to earnings, their guidance was just not what people expected. We saw highs of 170, then a really aggressive pullback all the way down to 156. The reason I find this to be so significant is that Walmart's a very strong and very bullish stock, right? Its overall performance. I wanted to show you this. This is its performance dating back since 2018, right? It has its pullbacks, but overall it does a really good job holding above the moving average, even down here, right? Even in 2022. Found its support, rallied, it pulls on back, and it tests the EMA line as a support. Again, the reason this is so important is if you look at this moving average is that it has acted as a support level. Previous patterns tend to repeat themselves. They, of course, don't always have to. But because of this, right, if it does continue to sell off and continue to test the moving average, I mean, from overall lows to overall highs, if Walmart were to be a stock that you see value in long term, this within itself, right, the idea, at least the way that some of the greatest investors of all time talk about investing is, buy when everyone else is selling and then sell when everyone else is buying. I mean, the pattern itself the history speaks for itself of how bullish it's been. Now looking at this, again, on these closer timeframes, the day chart, even the 4-hour time frame, you can see how significant this pullback is within a short period of time. It doesn't mean that things can't get worse before they get better, but again, overall, a very bullish stock. It's been performing very well for a long period of time, and it doesn't pull back this aggressive very, very often. And even when it does, it tends to quickly recover as it did on its last pullback to lows of 151. I just wanted to tell you this because I'm going to be adding this to my swing trade watch list. Not a stock that I intend to day trade, but if it does begin to show signs of a support, remember, I mean, it offers 10% in a perfect world. I'm not a perfect trader, so even if I capture 5% of that, if I can capture a 5% move on a $500 billion company, then why not, right? Just wanted to make you aware, and feel free to share your thoughts. Quite the opposite for Target. Target hasn't been performing the best. Consistent descending pattern, right? And when looking at this on the 4-hour time frame, a huge gap up after earnings. To me, this just looks like a ticking time bomb getting ready to sell off, and a possible position that I might want to open to short it, right? Downside potential is around 18%. And again, even if I capture just a small move of that, 5 or 10% of that, I just want to wait for proper confirmation. If this thing does begin to sell off and return to its previous pattern of it making lower highs and lower lows, I would love to revisit Target and to see if it's actually a stock that holds its ground, or if it does begin to show signs of progress on the downside, that I'm not afraid to take and open a small short position against Target. So overall NASDAQ market, the reason I'm really excited for tomorrow is, if you guys, again, if you've never watched me trade live, this week has been very slow. I mean, feel free to share your thoughts down in the comment section. Every move that we saw this week, even this move, right, all happened either overnight or pre-market, right? So during normal trading hours, we've been trading sideways, 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 sideways. Like the past 4 days have been absolute crap. I know I can't be the only one, right? Market's been trading sideways for day traders if you haven't been holding a position overnight. Now the market's screaming overbought, but yet it's super, super bullish. Tomorrow, we do have 2 economic reports that are going to be released before the market opens, 1 hour, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, housing starts and building permits. And we'll see how this influences the overall market. Also, on the Federal Reserve calendar, if you guys haven't checked it out, on Friday, I apologize. It was actually today that we had a handful of people from the Federal Reserve that were going to be speaking. So no speeches on Friday. So I really hope that the market begins to choose a direction. Even if the market chooses to go bullish, right? Obviously, market's overbought, so I'm not going to want to hold that position overnight or over the weekend, but I wouldn't mind opening a long position for the day if I see that the market's showing steady signs of progress on the upside. But if the market begins to show steady progress on the downside, I wouldn't mind opening a short position. So I'm going to be breaking this all down, and I'm going to make it very simple to explain the thought process even before I take the trade, not so you can copy, because you should never copy others while you're just getting started, but I want you to understand my why. And then you'll see if the trade goes according to plan, or just like anything, there's some form of risk. Our job's not to avoid risk. Our job is to manage it. Then I'll manage risk accordingly. That's the beautiful thing about the stock market, is that and it does meet my criteria, I would be more than happy to showcase that in front of you guys live in real time tomorrow, right at market open. I really hope to see you there. And again, all you literally have to do is subscribe to the channel, get this video to over 1,000 likes. And I can't stress this enough. Set your alarms, and please do not forget to turn on your post notifications for YouTube. It's the little bell next to the subscribe button once you are subscribed, because YouTube will not notify you if you don't actually click that button. So hope to see you there. And if you guys have any questions even before joining the live session tomorrow, shoot me a direct message right now via Instagram or via Discord. And that's the first or third link in the description down below. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.